Hang on, I'm getting everything ready. Hello everybody, and welcome to my finale video on Undertale. I'm setting this up like a discussion video to give my final thoughts on some things, and how do I put it in the very best way? Hold on, I thought I could full screen this. Oh, that's as good as it's going to get. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. So I came to the realization that I forgot some facts for later. That I was really into, and those I will admit I did like for not know certain things when playing the whole game, and I had fun when doing so. The game is decent. I like it a lot. It's good. Not what I would consider great. It's unique, but I don't consider it to be the best. But Toby Fox, for the most part, did a real good job on it. And just letting you know, there's different endings, and they're all based on your choices, because just like Merg's video said, that's a YouTuber, by the way. Merg's video is Undertale. His video says Undertale remembers, or something like that. And yeah, the game always does. Your choices affect the endings, and basically, how do I put this? We're going to go on to the story bit, because combat and all that is pretty good. I felt the direction of the game could have been a little better in terms of going from one point to the next, because sometimes the game doesn't explain things well in terms of where you have to go, but sometimes it does leave you room to think, but some puzzles, which weren't too bad. I liked that. But anyway, on to the actual story. So, this is mainly having to do with the endings, and there's various different endings. I linked them all in the description below, along with my Undertale playlist. And to basically sum it all up, so remember how I said your choices slash actions affect the game's endings, and what endings you're going to get? Well, here's the thing about that. Whatever you do in one playthrough carries over into the next, and I basically decided to only do the pacifist run because, based on my research, and I'm going to be honest, I saw all the endings before playing the game. I didn't originally think I was going to get back to playing this game or making an actual Let's Play on it, but I did, and I'm glad I did. It was a really great addition for the Batcade, and I had a lot of fun playing it, especially in especially in episode 7. That was really fun. So what I wanted to point out is that I saved everyone. I completed the pacifist route, and that was basically because I really knew that that was going to have the most satisfying ending, because I knew everything that was going to happen in terms of the endings that I was going to get, and I just focused on the one that I wanted to get the most, so I chose that. And basically, remember a certain character that we all like to talk about? I mean, we all know is affiliated with Kara, who is one of the big reasons why I'm not going to go for the other playthroughs, because I'm going to stay only with Pacifist. I'm not going to continue the game unless I'm going to do it Pacifist again, because I'm going to be a Pacifist purist when it comes to this game. Because remember, like I said, your actions affect the game's outcome. So that leads me to the next part to explain, because if you choose to do genocide after doing Pacifist, you can no longer do Pacifist, and that's primarily has to do with Asriel's friend here, Kara or Chara, who basically will take over your soul. Yes. This evil individual thing, this evil human who wants to kill off all humanity and everything, basically wanting revenge, basically. Terra Corrupt made a video on the complete timeline, and I think for the most part it's pretty good, but Kara takes control of your soul if you do a genocide run, and this can be triggered if you actually kill anyone. Now, you can get neutral ones, but at that point, when Kara takes control of you, whether you choose to erase the world or not when going through the genocide run, that's when Kara takes control of you. You're pretty much done for, and you're pretty much only going to be under Kara's control in that regard. You will be soulless only. So even if you got a good pacifist end, you can't get it anymore thanks to this fuck right here on screen. So, yeah, what I can tell you is that I choose to not do that because I like the characters that you see right here far too much to actually want to kill them. I felt the story was good enough. It was very entertaining, despite me finding Metaton to be incredibly annoying, but funny at times, but mostly very annoying. So, yeah, that's basically all I got to say is I refuse to do any other playthroughs that aren't pacifist when it comes to Undertale, only because I know what the outcomes are going to be. And I don't see any reason to really do that when everything's going so perfectly well. I finished the game, everyone's happy with me, and they like me, I like them, so and I solved everything just by, being nice and saving people through a pacifist means. So, based on that, that's basically all I got to say. Is I'm not doing the future playthroughs for my own justified reasons, based on my dislike of the other endings and preferring pacifist only. Now, that might get me some hate, but I don't really care. Everyone gets hate one way or another, right? And just like we all get criticism in one way or another. So, that'll pretty much conclude that. I still really like Undertale, and yeah, it's really fun. Despite having some troubles, it's good. But the thing I dislike is, even though considering how the playthroughs carry over to one another, I think it would have been better if Undertale had a save file system, because all it has is a single save slot system instead of a more than one save slot. Like at least 2 or 3 would be nice, but nope, you only get one. Only with one game, only with this game, because Undertale is too old school for its own good. Hell, it's very meta too, which is good. Bad in a sense too, because some people don't like it, but overall, I really enjoyed it despite that. So yes, pacifist for the win. Once you become soulless, after, beating the game through a genocide run, Kara takes over your soul, like I mentioned before, and basically you're Kara's bitch. And when you're soulless, you're evil, just like Flowey, and we all know how evil Flowey turned out to be, considering that parts of Asriel's soul were, involved in the creation of Flowey through a crazy experimental means in which Alphys, in a sense, indirectly created him. And he basically was soulless, couldn't feel love, even from his own parents or anyone, and it just drove him insane, and he wanted to became very murderous. Yeah, no one likes to feel soulless, not even in this game, because when you, I guess so far it says, oh, you care about these characters? Well, why save them again if you already killed them? I'm sorry, but no, I'm gonna kill them all. That's just what friggin' Kara will do, because that's just how it's all going to go. I'm trying to keep this as short and brief as I can, but yes, overall, I don't want to be Kara's bitch, and I like having a soul, because being soulless is not really good. I mean, there's many ways some people can be soulless in the real world, but in Undertale, no, you definitely don't want to be soulless. You always want to have a soul, right? I mean, be the best that you can be, because that's what we all should be doing, right? We can't always be that, and we all have troubles, but in this game, yeah, pacifist for the win, decent game. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next videos. Stay batty, my friends.